looking through the lens, opinions of three friends, looking through the lens. Sometimes they don't make sense.
Top of the morning to you, laddies. It's us, the Unholy Trinity, and we're here with another review. I'm Patron Scott, as you may know. On my immediate right is Mr. Sandy.
Tits us.
And on the other right is Zephyros.
Did you say tits us?
Yeah, he said tis us.
Tits us.
Indeed. Alright, the film we are covering today is the 2021 film The King's Man, a prequel to the film series Kingsman. The synopsis of the film is: in the early days of the 20th century, the Kingsman Agency is formed to stand against the cabal, plotting a war to wipe out millions. It is directed by Matthew Vaughn, who also directed the other films. It's also written by him.
The name's Bond. Matthew.
It stars Ralph Fiennes, Gemma Arterton, yes, Rice Ifans, Harris Dickinson, Jimon Hounsou, I butchered that. I think.
Say it with a bit more confidence, mate. If you and own up to it.
I don't see the Digimon. Okay, yeah, I did my best.
Jack has small eyes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's a top class. All right, let's talk about our first impressions of this film. What did you think?
It is a film.
It's a film.
Mm-hmm.
You was in agreement. I don't know.
Because no one. Yeah. All right. I'll tell you my verdict, my impressions then. The movie went for a bit too long, didn't it?
Oh yeah, this is a long lost movie.
I feel like they should have stopped like halfway in a bit. British people.
Yes.
British people be like,
What's it take?
crumpets.
Yeah, quote from
mate.
this movie. For the last time, I don't want any fucking tea.
Yes. I'll have some though.
Yeah.
Maybe mix a bit of alcohol in it, make it a bit stronger. Wake me up before it's over.
Where's my
Don't leave me
boy?
hanging.
Where's my boy Eggsy, bro? He never came back.
I thought we'd have a cameo at the end or something, but well, we get into it later why that's not the case. But
They ruined the series.
yeah, for me, I don't really have anything positive to say about this film. I didn't enjoy it. I found it very long. I found the story really bad. The characters were pretty uninteresting. I found it like pretty derivative, and yeah, didn't find any enjoyment in this film really.
Well, action scenes were like one of the saving points for this one. A nice
I don't know. I just had
and
fun watching
cinematography
a
going around.
film from this franchise, so I'm like, it's all good.
All right, then we can talk about the acting.
Pretty good.
I don't think there was any particularly bad performances. I think everyone was average.
Who's the dude who played the German advisor, who was also in what's in it, Falcon?
Brühl. Daniel Brühl.
He always a German person, isn't he?
He really do. Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who else I like? Rasputin's pretty good.
Mm.
Yeah, he was pretty
But his time wasn't too long. Even though he's like the
Amazing.
majority of the trailer was Rasputin. So they kind of misled me.
Even though, like, yeah, the film kind of has a bit of an identity crisis with like who is the villain of this film, because they can't, due to the nature of the story, they can't tell you who the villain of the film is, I guess.
But even the fucking actual villain is shit. I didn't like him. He's just like,
Yeah,
Rasputin was a better villain.
yeah. Which, let's just jump to the writing then, if we don't have anything to talk about in acting, and just like off the straight away, the hook of the film is a mystery around who is the main villain of this like Spectre sort of organization, right?
Caused World War One.
Yeah. And the thing is, I don't care, because the villain, like they make Rasputin out to be this huge, I guess he's essentially a mini boss, right? Yeah. And he totally overshadows the main villain. So it's like, do I really care about who the villain is? Also, like, I wasn't really actively trying to solve who the villain is, but I could guess based on like one scene early in the film that I was like, oh, he's totally the villain, because that is such a cliche villain scene. And like, I will talk about it in spoilers, I guess. But I don't know, I found it very predictable.
I mean,
But like,
he was the
ultimately,
mastermind.
it's the villain is someone I absolutely do not care about, because they have like 5 minutes of screen time. Their motives is extremely weak, and there's just like,
My motive is I
don't
hate
care.
England.
yeah. Not giving
Scotland
too much away.
forever.
No, you're reaching a bit, but yeah.
Yeah, the motive is literally I hate England.
Yeah. And the film is just like honestly really boring, because the whole thing is like anti-war, but we kind of want violence because we're watching a Kingsman movie. So it takes like, say maybe like an hour, maybe even longer, for like action to start. Does that sound about right to you?
No, not really.
Probably not
It's
now.
kind of just like there's a lot of drama in this. It's like it starts off more drama heavy though.
Yeah, I'm saying like the first action sequence is like an hour in the movie. Pretty sure. Because like the thing that comes to mind is like the Rasputin capture, right?
I guess that's the most memorable one.
And then
There is definitely other stuff though.
there's stuff like later in the film. From what I
And before that, but Rasputin one's like the first one that sticks in our heads.
They
Cool.
should have cut it after Rasputin.
Yeah, the film just, I don't know, it's just, yeah.
Alright, next up, what do we have?
All right, we got the cinematography.
He's
I thought
actually
was-
decent in the action
Yeah,
scenes,
pretty good.
especially.
Okay, here's my problem with the action scenes. I thought it, okay, this is like just me, I don't think anyone will agree with me, but I thought they were just trying to be Kingsman and not
They are
doing it
fucking
anywhere.
Kingsman. Well,
Yeah, but I thought it was just like a bad rip-off of Kings. That's what this. It didn't feel like it actually had any style of its own. Especially if they're trying to do like a World War II movie, they can try and have World War One. Whoops, I was thinking of the ending for some reason.
Spoilers.
Yeah, and yeah, it kind of, I don't know. I felt like the action in this movie just like lacked any of the character of the other ones. Oh, that's another really big thing about this movie. This film isn't funny. One of the trademark things about the Kingsman movies is that they're funny.
So that's where they're trying to break away from it. No.
This was a dry, boring drama where they don't even know how to really write drama, so it's just
Bring back Eggsy.
so dull. And which is why you're like, we want Eggsy, right? Because Eggsy's hilarious, and like the characters are genuinely funny and you care about. But this one, it's boring drama. And like the action sequences are entertaining, I guess, but even still, I just felt like they lacked the stuff that made the other movies good. And then if they're trying to do their own thing, didn't go as far as in their own direction. It just felt like an attempt to be like the other movies and not succeeding.
But you know who was funny? Lennon.
Yes, Lennon.
As he shot the whole royal family.
Yes. Definitely. Yes.
All right then. Editing and visuals.
That's a
I
plan.
mean- Kingsman. Yeah.
Yeah, they got the budget right. It's be
They're the funny goat.
looking, eh? Oh, that was another bit that was like weird. I don't know, this is in the trailer, I think, so I can technically talk about it. But they spend like they do like a 5 minute, like I guess you could say action sequence with him fucking up the parachute, and then it kind of just lands, and it's just like that was clearly just put in there to have a moment of action and tension, but it was like completely devoid. It only went for 5 minutes and wasn't. They could have cut that from the film. It didn't need to be in it. Because I was watching it and I was just kind of like, that is such a cliched time waster right there, and it was just like, yeah.
But they need tension.
But it's not actual proper tension because it doesn't build to anything. It just immediately ends.
It builds to him having to climb the damn wall.
Yeah, and that takes about like 6 minutes maybe.
And then we get to see goats.
That's what we all thought of this film. We're all laughing at it.
Yeah.
Not
You know
with
what
it.
we didn't get to
Laugh
see?
at it.
The American president's porno tape.
Yes.
Spoilers, I
That
guess.
was an
But
interesting part of the editing and visual.
yeah, there was a visual aspect that I was fairly disappointed at.
I paid a lot of attention in that bit. That was some good editing. Nice visual work going on there.
No, the Americans are funny. They're funny because they were like, "Oh, what the fuck, eat this shit." They're just good old
Put my peanut butter
Jolly
cookies
American.
at.
Yeah. Because it's a British movie, they make fun of Americans.
As they do. As they do.
Wait, is this a British movie? I think this is
fucking
it's an
Kingsman
American
back.
movie, right? But it's just like, it's British characters. Because this is a Fox film.
I don't know.
James Bond is
Matthew
the
Vaughn
only
is
good British movie.
English.
Because it's based on like American comics from what I...
Well, you can. I can look at that, but you can continue on with the series or this episode.
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so what's up there? Music. What did we think about the music?
Pretty cool.
I don't remember.
Cool orchestral stuff.
No.
I like the movement that they're doing more and more with this, with like films these days of using more hip hop inspired sounds
But
in
that was just at the end,
orchestral
bro.
soundtracks.
Was it?
Yeah, I mean, but
Because
it's still
it's
kind of cool.
British.
I think there was a little bit of that in the middle. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, music.
I guess that's it for that. We can go to spoilers then.
Wasn't.
Nice, that didn't come
Alright.
through.
Oh, I just want to point out, this is a problem
Oh,
that
shit.
we've seen in...
No, we can put it in post, probably.
Fuck me. Fucking noise suppression. I gotta turn this shit off, but then, yeah.
Spoiler zone.
Timestamps on the screen as usual.
This one problem that I remember I have with the film, that is something that a lot of prequel movies do. They don't actually do the prequeling. Because this film, it is a prequel, but it doesn't actually explain how the Kingsmen were formed because that happened. Like, remember?
Well,
Because it goes, hey, I've actually had this secret organization behind me this entire time, and we do stuff and investigation. I'm actually not really anti-war, kind of. I actually have Kingsmen behind me. But it didn't explain how that happened. It was just like, so this is like,
because he has a very smart maid.
Another prequel prior to this film.
Wow.
Because the Duke of wherever he's from,
Yeah.
Duke of Edinburgh, has a very smart maid staff and a African bodyguard. Therefore, he has his own network of information.
Yeah. And like, it happens off screen, which is weird because this movie's meant to explain about how the Kingsmen got formed.
Well, the Kingsmen got formed because the Duke was like, "Hello, guys."
At that point, they weren't the Kingsmen; they were just their own thing.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I want
them
like,
to explain their own thing.
What other things happened?
By the way, I just had a look. The comic series was written by a Scottish person and drawn by an English person.
Oh, nice.
Fake news, Jack.
Oh, Mark, he does Marvel stuff, and I was thinking it's American.
Outsourcing.
Anyhow, what happened to this movie? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, the movie is like anti-war, but like also. Oh yes, the best part of the film. This is like a part that actually made me laugh because it was really stupid. The ending of the film is so bad. This entire man's philosophy is like anti-war, right? And to show some sort of character development, I guess, he kills the villain at the end, and he's like, I can't remember. He said something about his son, like I'm going to be like my son, or something like along those lines, right?
Yeah. My son be.
And kills him. So basically, he's just like, my son is a murderer, so I'm going to be like my son and murder you.
No, he's a soldier, man. He's a war hero again.
Well, he cut it with the Victoria Cross that his son earned. It's not.
That's still when the entire character is built around being anti-violence. That was ridiculous. Like that was so.
Well, he's stopping the chain of violence.
It ends here, like cutting the tie. It ends here.
But then he's going to form the thing anyway, and then fight more people probably.
Yes,
I guess the philosophy behind the Kingsmen organization as a whole is that we minimize the amount of people we have to kill.
But like,
not really.
The violence is like the big thing about the Kingsman movies. They have super
want to stop
stylized
world conflicts, but by how to stop that, you need to kill people. That's how the Kingsmen do it.
Yeah, they're not like trying to think of. There's some spy thing like wait.
MI6.
No, James Bond's actually licensed to kill, so technically.
There is no spy that's not killing, bro. It's inspecting. Inspecting gadgets. Didn't kill.
Yeah.
Is he a spy?
Anyway, yeah, this entire film, it just doesn't feel like a Kingsman movie to me. Like, it lacks so much heart. Like, how do you not, like, have some sort of... Because, like, the comic is, like, semi-satirical, right? Because they use, like, real people in it. They bring, like, real celebrities into the comics and stuff like that.
Putin's real.
Yeah, they're doing stuff with real stuff. So you'd expect it to be more, you know, funny, because it's, like, you know, kind of a satire-ish sort of thing.
It's funny that Lenin was actually a Scottish agent. And he incited the Russian Revolution.
But, like...
I guess that's funny indirectly.
Yeah, it's not because they want it to be funny. It's just like...
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just wouldn't make a Kingsman property a proper drama because that's just not what the thing is. And I feel like... And it baffles me because it's the same guy. It's Matthew Vaughn. But it's like, it's almost like he didn't understand his other movies.
He forgot.
That's kind of the impression I got from it. It's just like, I don't know. And yeah, the main villain, the Scottish man, you know that one scene where like they're planning something and then they close the door on him? I was like, that's the villain moment. That's how he's gonna be the villain. Because that's kind of like one of the cliche things to get shut out of a room. And yeah, he was the villain. Even though like I didn't care, so it's just like, I don't know.
Scotland forever.
Go on the brave. Who's gonna play the bagpipes?
We're having a
I'm
bagpipe.
gonna play that.
All right.
All right. What other things happened in this movie? I remember there were like a lot of plot holes, but I can't remember because I watched this
Is the
movie
son
last year.
dying just so the father can be like, yes, we do Kingsman now?
Yeah.
Yes, alright.
Yeah.
I feel like they
That's entirely what it, like the character.
no one talking. I'm busy crunching.
Also, yeah, like just action sequence. You can't do that. They just have it shot sometimes, but it's not like melee combat.
All good in your
What was the last thing I said?
Something about combat.
Oh, yeah. So the thing is, when I say like there wasn't much action sequences in the first half, I mean none of like the stylized melee combat and stuff that's in the later half of the film, because like the people getting shot and stuff, they do as more of like this is war stuff, not as like super stylish. So like that, yeah. So that's what I mean. It's like not super entertaining because they're trying to go for a slow drama thing. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there anything to talk about? Can we talk about the first credit scene?
Oh, let's mention
like-
that Rasputin ate out a
Yes.
bullet wound and it healed it.
Yeah. I guess Rasputin is the most Kingsman-y character in the entire movie. Because
Yeah.
I guess the
Russian versus British. Not
Well,
really.
he's like the crazy guy.
yeah, he's like
He's
makes
the
him
crazy
the-
guy.
Kingsman.
he's the most like, you know, like typical Bond
Villain.
villain type, I guess.
Yep.
In the way that, like, yeah,
It was funny when he threw up,
it was.
and when he was being a bit sussy to the sun man. What's the name of the
Yeah.
son?
Conrad.
Yeah.
Connie. When he's being groomed.
Yes.
Yeah. That's about it, right?
Yep.
All right, we'll talk about the post-credit scene, which is Hitler has joined the.
Da 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 da. He's here.
Presumably
Yeah.
with
So obviously, it's setting up for a sequel.
one less nut in his nutsack.
Yeah. And once again, I don't really care because I don't want to watch a sequel, but they're doing it
But
anyway.
don't you want to find out about the state of Hitler's nutsack?
That is true.
His ultimate weapon, detachable balls.
Maybe that's his main motivation. Like, damn, the Western forces took away my nut. They better pay for that. Including the Jews. They took away my nut.
Nice. Nice.
Wow.
Well, I guess that's kind of it, right?
Yep.
All right, we'll go to final verdicts. Starting with Dio.
Was Hitler really dead, or did he run off to Cuba? Now that's something to think about. It was a staged suicide.
Yes,
Kingsman.
totally.
A 5 out of 10.
Oh shit. I mean,
So it's like an average. So
look, I just had fun. 6.5.
I didn't really enjoy this one. I guess some of the action sequences are decent. Rasputin's kind of funny. So 3 out of 10.
Holy shit.
Low score
Alright,
from
that's
the
a
chat,
combined
man.
average of like 4.5, I guess.
That's
Maybe. 4.
uh,
4.
Yeah, The Kingsman. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best, you're the best. What should we review next? Give us a like if you like. And subscribe.
Don't forget.
Hit the notification bell.
Yes. Yes.
Tell us if you
And,
think Jack's just racist against British people.
But I like the other Kingsman movies. Am I racist against British people?
Yes.
Yes.
I am.
Because the British
All right.
people from the other movies aren't real British people.
Man, you can't Eggsy not a real person. Not a real British person.
Shut
He
up,
might
man.
have some
Shut up.
German heritage.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
See you in the next one then. Matane.
Bye.
Bye bye.